Hello everybody, welcome to part 9 of 2D platformer series, and in this tutorial I'm going to show you how you can add sound system or sound manager to your game. So let's get started. First let's change this background because it doesn't look colorful as our game is pretty colorful. So I'm going into this canvas. Let's click on BG and let's click on this frame A. You'll find a small this circular button. Let's click on this button and find a reasonable background. We have this pretty world background. Double click on this and you can see that our background is changed. So now let's add sound to our game. I have this sound folder. I'll share the asset with you guys and I'm going to drag this into the project panel and let's get it import. It's imported. We have a BG music, a button press sound, a jump sound. We can add more sound like coin sound, game over sound, jump sound, whatever sound you want. So let's get started by create an empty game object. Let's call this one sound manager. Let's create another create empty object and let's call this one BG music. And let's duplicate this one and call this one SFX. Now what? Let's add a audio source to BG music and let's click play on awake and loop. Let's drag this BG music to it and let's add another another audio source to SFX game object audio source. So disable this play on awake and loop button. What SFX gonna do is this gonna handle the button press sound, coin press sound, and other sounds. And BG music is the main music hub that play behind the screen. So let's play this and check our BG music is playing or not. As now you can hear our BG music is playing, but if I click start and change the scene, the BG music is gone. So how we gonna fix this? Let's add a script into the managers. Let's call this one C# script and call this one sound manager. Let's open this one in Visual Studio Code or whatever ID you want. Now let's create references of our audio sources. Public audio source BG source and public audio source SFX source, and we're gonna add the clips. So let's say public audio clip, let's say button press, and public audio clip, let's say this, and I'm going to make it a singleton class. So what I'm gonna do is let's call this one awake function and I'm going to say not awakes, don't destroy on load, and call this one. This line of code helps any script or any game object to not get destroyed when the scene is changed. So we need to stop it from being duplicate. Let's create its public static instance. So public static sound manager instance and let's rename this instance and let's set this instance is equals to this. Let's handle its duplication issue by saying this: if instance is equals to null, then we're gonna say instance is equals to this. Let's set its indentation, and in the else case destroy object, and we're gonna say game object. Let's save it and let's attach this code to the sound manager. Now it needs a BG music audio source, so I'm going to drag this one here, and SFX audio source. Now it needs some audio clips, so I'm going into the sound folder and dragging the button press sound here and the jump sound here. Let's play it again. Our main issue was that whenever the scene gets changed, our BG music or sound manager get destroyed. So we wanted to stop being destroyed when the scene is changed. So I'm just playing it again. Now what happened here? Okay guys, the issue was I just missed some indentation and some of these delimiters, and I put them back in and it's working now. As you can see, now let's save it and test it. As you can see that if I press the start button, our play scene is changed but sound is still playing. And if I go into the next platform, it's still working. And let's retry and it's still working. Let's go to main, and it's still working. So our main issue is solved. Now let's get into the button click sounds. Whenever we press the start button or settings button or quit button, we need to play a button press sound, as we have here the button press sound. So how are we going to do this? I'm going into this sound manager, just delete this script, and I'm going to add a function called public void button press. So, or we can call this function play button press sound. And for button sound, I'm going to use this audio source. So I'm going to say SFX source dot clip is equals to button pressed, and I'm going to say SFX source dot play. Now we need to call this function from where we call the function from the button. So if I go into the main menu, we have these functions here. So what I'm gonna do is if sound manager dot instance not equals to null, let's handle this error here, and then we're gonna say sound manager dot instance dot play button press sound. And I'm going to copy this copy and paste it here, paste it below here. Let's add these functions in the game over screen or our UI manager of the game. So I'm going into the UI manager, and let's say on click quit before time scale 1, and also here and also here. So let's save this and test it so that our sounds are working. So let's play the Unity. Now let's click this quit button because it's not working in exe mode. As you can see that our click button is working. So let's click on the start button, and let's retry. Why it's not coming down, I don't know. Let's try it again. And let's say and let's go into the main. Let's start it again, and let's go to quit. Now let's add a coin sound and jump sound. So what I'm gonna do is let's create one more audio source, public audio source audio clip, and let's say this one jump or coin clip. And I'm going to duplicate this function, copy, paste it below twice. Let's call this one here on play coin sound, and button press is equals to coin flip, and let's call this one jump sound, jump, and let's call this one jump flip. Now you can see that our three functions are completed. Let's call these functions from player controller, from where we are jumping. So here we are jumping, so I'm going to copy these two lines here, copy and paste it here. Let's replace this by jump, play jump sound, and what else? We want to play a sound whenever we got a coin, so I'm going to paste it here, and let's call this one coin, play coin clip. Let's save it, and we need to assign one more clip to sound manager. We don't have one, so I'm going to assign the button press sound for the coin. So let's go into the button press sound, but you can use whatever sound you want. So I'm going to drag it here, and let's play this one. So let's go into the scene. So now you can see that it's jumping and the jumping sound is playing, and if I eat a coin, so its sound is also playing. So that's the way, guys, you can add sound or SFX to your games. See you guys next time. I hope you like this video. Please subscribe my channel for further more videos. Thank you.